Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. If a woman finds you corny, whatever. Look, I'm gonna tell you what, don't get caught up in trying to please the sensibilities of every woman. Now, I've talked about being cool before, but I'm gonna tell you what, going out here in life, I don't care what you do. Now, I've talked about this with body game before, but just overall, you're not gonna please every woman. You're not gonna please every woman, but there's 4 billion women in the world. Like, there's gonna be some woman who finds you corny. Now, in my previous sit-down video, I talked about grown women versus little girls. One thing about little girls, their mindset, they're not gonna be able to deal with a grown man. A man out here who is serious, he's about his work, he's trying to do something with his life, that might be corny for her. She looking for that guy who wants to party. You get some women out there who want to party. Want some men out there who are just gonna dress like they still some young people. Now, of course, you get some women who wants a grown-ass man, you deal with them. But I don't care what you do, how you dress, what you talk about. There's gonna be some woman who's gonna find you corny. Whatever. You already know not to deal with her. Remember, if there's 1 billion women in the world, you could probably get a good 10. All you have to do is really be whatever you're gonna be. And there's gonna be some women who don't like it, and there's gonna be some women who do like it. The numerous times I talked about that guy who I took with me to a pool party because he was worried about being locked up the next day. And I mean, my man had on a shirt buttoned down to his navel, some boots, and some tight old pants, and still got a woman. And I'm quite sure the other women who rejected him probably thought he was corny. He didn't care. He just kept going. Look, I'm going to tell you what, you can't worry about it. Yeah, you want to be your best. Yes, you want to get women, but you don't know what a specific woman wants. You don't know what she's into. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't care what you got going on. Shoot, like you get some guys thinking that, well, they got to look like a thug to get a woman. But then you got some women who will look at them and be like, oh, that's corny to some women, to some upper class women, to some more clean cut women, that's corny. Just like some guys who might be more clean cut, that might be corny to some women who want that thug. Now, if you ain't a thug, don't be that thug. If you not dressing like you some party guy, don't worry about it. Be who you gonna be. See, here's the thing. You need that woman to like you for you. Now, you still want to still be your best, not what you think somebody else likes. And if you even if you some nerdy dressing dude, hey, if that's you comfortable with it? Oh, there's plenty of nerdy women out there. Plenty of nerdy women out there. And even when you run into a nerdy woman who wants some thug, I remember there was this young woman, I mentioned her in that video I did years ago about grown women and little girls. That woman who, even though she was all mousy, wanted a thug. Okay. Any sensible guy needed to leave that type of woman alone. That's what you do. You don't worry about that. It's like whatever. You're like, oh, if a woman like look at you and say, well, you corny. It's like, okay. And keep going. Because I'm going to tell you what I've seen a lot of times. A lot of times those guys will leave them alone, but then that woman looking for that guy years later be like sending them the hey big head text and all of that. Saying, oh, I always thought you were handsome. Well, you look at her and be like, you had your chance. See, one of the things out here is, as a man, you can't worry about what every single woman wants. Because I don't care what you do. I don't care. You could be 6'2". You could have that square jaw. You could be called handsome by everybody. And I mean everybody. You could be muscular. You could be whatever. There's going to be some women who don't like you. You can't worry about it. There's gonna be some woman, and shoot, and I use the term corny for this video, but it could be whatever. You could have everything going on for you, and you turn a woman off for whatever. You could be too serious, you turned off. You shoot. You could be like too fun loving, you turning her off. Whatever. Remember, there's an abundance of women. There's an abundance. Now, you know what? I had a comment at one time saying, hey, where's this fantasy world where there's abundance? I already knew this dude didn't get out. There's an abundance. You walk outside, there's an abundance. I don't care where you go. As soon as you walk outside, sometimes there's a dog park near where I live. And sometimes there be a lot of ladies walking past my house. Pretty friendly too. There's an abundance right there without me even leaving the house, without even me leaving my block. There's always an abundance. So there's an abundance for you as soon as you walk out. All you have to do is think about, okay, you still want to be your best, but you can't please every single woman. But you get what your main relationship, as I always say, is with yourself. You have to worry about being your best. You still want to be your best. You want the barber to bless you, but to bless you with a haircut you like. And I've said numerous times with body games, your best body, not somebody else's best body. Whatever you comfortable with. Your style, whatever your style is. You gotta go out here comfortable with your style. You gotta have your signature style. If you want to wear a certain type of shoes, certain type of pants, whatever. All I say is, for the most part, be clean. That's all I say. And even then, there's some women out there like some dirty dude. Okay, let them have it. That's not you. Remember, your main relationship is with yourself. You got to be comfortable walking out the house. And there's going to end, man, look, I'm going to tell you what. If you're a man out here, a grown-ass man, there's going to be some little girl who's going to call you corny. Oh, wait, okay. You don't have time to deal with that. You deal with the women who feeling you for whatever. That's the woman that you need to be in a relationship with. You're the man that she's looking for. You don't worry about all this other little stuff out here. You don't lose sleep. And if a woman reject you, whether she call you corny, too serious, too fun-loving, she don't like how you dress, she don't like your shoes, be like, okay, all right. And keep moving. Keep it moving. You don't worry about it, all right? It's whatever. It's whatever. This is who you are. You're serious-minded, whatever. If we talk about just that whole corny thing, that's who you are. You not corny. Well, maybe you corny to her. It's like, okay, well, you had a fat ass though, but got to keep it moving. And I want y'all to think about that. If she finds you whatever, corny, whatever, just be like, oh, okay. Because there's an abundance of women. And if you don't feel like there's an abundance of women, then you have something bigger that you need to work on, all right? So I want y'all to think about that, all right? So anyway, I'm going to get back with you. Probably get in a car video, talk about whatever. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.